Hi ladies and any fabulous gentlemen who are watching my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. My husband has been asking me to do a video on this because he's like, it's so cool, and my father-in-law, for whatever reason, the men in my life really liked it. But I love to leave lunchbox notes in my kids' lunchboxes. As a kid, my mom never did, and it's not saying that my mom was a horrible mom or anything like that, but I remember like thinking like little things, like if she never packed my lunch ever. I always bought lunch, but just little things. I remember the little things growing up that my mom would do, like if we would sing a song in the car together, or just like those, not buying anything for me, but those moments where I have them, you know, ingrained in my memory and just hold on to them as part of my childhood, and I really enjoy them. So I try to think of little things like that for my kids, just little things that I don't necessarily buy them, but things that I do for them that hopefully they'll remember and have a good, you know, just like they'll look back and say, oh, I remember my mom did this, and just have that warm, fuzzy feeling, that kind of thing. I mean, I think that's pretty much, I don't think that I'm abnormal in the sense that I think that most parents try to, you know, make their children's childhood the best that they possibly can be. And I just want them to feel loved and not even like know that they're loved, but well, I guess that makes sense, but to feel that they're loved, know that they're loved, not just in I love you, but in the little things that I do for them. So that's my goal. So basically I started doing like just handwritten notes in my children's lunchbox. And I just grabbed like index cards and would write something fast on it or whatever. And they both really responded well to it. My daughter, you know, obviously, I don't want to say obviously, but girls are, at least my daughter is completely different from my son. She's very emotional and she's very touchy-feely and kissy-huggy and all that stuff. And my son's more, you know, distance. So she was absolutely in love with it. And I kept asking my son, I'm like, you know, because I don't want to do something where they get made fun of. Because kids are cruel, and I don't want to be like, oh, your mommy wrote you a note, you know, whatever. And he's in 3rd grade, but he's like, I like them, so I don't pick, you know, pry or anything like that. He says he likes them. I told him it's not going to hurt my feelings if he tells me he doesn't want them anymore, but he says he likes them, so I'm like, okay, good. And my daughter's like, oh, everybody loves them, and blah, blah. And especially in kindergarten, I started it when she was in kindergarten, and even though she couldn't really read the words, I tried to do like really easy notes to her on words that she had already knew. And obviously now she's in 1st grade, she can read a little bit more, so but she would ask a friend, or she would ask an older kid, or she would ask her teacher or whatever. So even don't hesitate, like even if your child's in kindergarten, writing things down, because they'll figure out some way to get it read. And it's one of those things like I just see, you know, if a kid came up to me and said, you know, my mommy wrote me a note, can you read it to me? I can't see a teacher or, you know, anybody at the school going, oh, God, you know, whatever. I'd be like, oh, you know, whatever. So at least that's what I think. Anywho, so what I kind of perfected my method now. And what I decided to what I decided to do was take index cards, just blank index cards. You can get the bigger ones, you can get the smaller ones. I did the smaller ones. And what I did was I actually decorated them. You can see here. That's one of the ones I decorated them. I just went out and got stickers and everything and just decorated them. And then what I did to increase the longevity of them is laminate them. So it's not brain surgery. I'm not saying that I'm the only person that came up with this method or whatever, but some of them, you know, you go on different websites and you can actually purchase some, and they're not, you know, or they'll have the printable ones or whatever you can print out. I like the personal ones better for me, for my kids, just because just doing these, focusing on these, and it just made me feel good. Like I really did enjoy doing, you know, the different things. This one's for my son. He likes facts. Whale sharks are the biggest fish in the ocean. So it's not necessarily, some of them I did jokes, some of them are inspirational, some of them are facts, that kind of thing. So I just went on Pinterest and I just found different notes and took lunchbox notes and then personalized them. So I just like this a little bit better because it's handmade. And then the laminating is like what my husband was the one who came up with it. And he's like, why don't we laminate them? And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. So I put them in their lunches, and you know how kids are. Things drip, things get smeared all over it. I wipe them off. I wipe them off with a Lysol wipe, big, you know, good, and I just keep them and I rotate them. So here are a couple, you can get laminating things. Walmart sells one for like 20 bucks or whatever. We used an industrial one that we had at my work. So it's just that obviously that's the best way, but you can pick up a laminator. It's not that big of a deal. But you can see here, it's not genius. I mean, I'm not an artist by any means. Every day is a party, so dance, you know, with robots. The world needs leaders. You are one smart cupcake. Leland, you are my everything. Good luck. I thought that would be cute if they had a test or anything like that. You have no idea of the amount of happiness you brought to my life. Just little, you know, inspirational things. I love you to the moon and back a million times forever. That's one of the sayings that we say. Loved you yesterday, love you still, always have, always will. I'm not lying, you are a cute girl. So I put little cute lions on there. I'm so thankful that you are my daughter. So these are just, I mean, obviously, do not forget to, where you have the dentist tomorrow. I hope you enjoy your lunch day with little unicorns. I did some gross ones. Think of a number, double it, add 6, divide it. Well, this one's not gross, but think of a number, double it, add 6, divide it by half, then subtract the number you originally started with. Your answer is 3. So I actually did that, and I was like, holy crap. I did it a couple times, and I was like, holy crap. But I thought that, you know, my son would like that one. I hope your day isn't too creepy with some, you know, bandages and stuff like that. So I'm not going to bore you with every single lunch note that I did, but that's kind of an idea that I had come up with, and it's worked really, really well. And it's just a great personal thing that you could put in your kid's lunchbox. Just kind of, you know, as they're going through, I can remember as a little girl getting homesick for my mom, and just like thinking of her and being like, oh, I miss my mommy and stuff like that. So just kind of a way to, you know, let them know that you're thinking of them and to kind of get them through their day. So I just thought it was a really great idea. It is a little time consuming at first, but once you get to the point, and you don't have to do, I mean, I obviously went overboard with my notes or whatever, but I just wanted to be able to recycle them so they couldn't remember the next time, you know, oh yeah, I got this one 2 weeks ago or whatever. So you can start out slow. The stickers are easy, the index cards are easy, and the laminating's easy. So this is definitely do your own project that is not expensive at all. And I think it has a good payout, because I think that at the end of the day, your kids will feel loved, and hopefully it's a memory that they look back on when they're older and just remember that, you know, and I don't think that kids ever appreciate it until they get older, and especially when they have their own kids. I know that there's a lot of things that I didn't appreciate growing up until I had my own kids, and then I look back and I'm like, you know what, I'm thankful that my mom did this, or, you know, different things. Your reality is different when you have kids, and you realize how difficult it is and how challenging it is to raise little humans that have their own personality and have their own ways of doing things and own likes and dislikes and stuff like that. I mean, it is the hardest thing that I think out of everything in the whole world, I think that raising children is the most challenging thing ever. I don't even think climbing Mount Everest would be as challenging as taking care of children. And I mean that completely. Never climbed Mount Everest, so I can't really compare it, but I would say that just the length of time and the tears and the heartache and the frustration, I think is worse than climbing Everest. Let me know if you agree with that. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm not discounting anybody who's ever climbed Mount Everest. That's a feat in itself. But raising a successful human, I think is a bigger feat. So that's just me. Anywho, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want. I maybe put some little, you know, ideas in there like that I've come up with. I've stole them off Pinterest, so don't, you know, they're not original statements or anything like that. But if you are watching this video and just have, oh, this is a great idea, want to do it, look down in the information below, and I'll put some things, statements that I put for my daughter and for my son to help you give you an idea. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you end up doing something like this and how it turns out, and how your kids like it and stuff like that. So, if you've done any of these, or if you end up doing these things and have any suggestions, or leave statements below of, you know, cute little phrases that you have seen and stuff like that, that would help a lot of people out too. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Until next time, bye.